Hey loves, welcome back. I want to share a quick collective message that came through when I was channeling the other day. It came in like I was eavesdropping on some spirit conversation meeting or something. And Archangel Michael came through loud. Okay. Now remember to take what resonates, leave the rest, and as always, use your own discernment. So, what kept repeating in different ways was a mix of three things: Michael, of course, the color red, and the year 1941. And then a specific mention about Eastern Europe, which we're going to get into. Now, the energy from Archangel Michael came in saying, "This is Michael. I've been the joke used to hold people down. We're shutting that down." So collectively, there's a dismantling happening around old spiritual control systems. All the times angels, guides, and even the idea of God were used like weapons or police. Obey or be punished, stay small or lose protection. That frequency is being shut off. Then there was this line about to red, over and off. Red isn't just a color here. Red is survival mode. Red is fight or flight. Red is the alarm that never stops ringing. And it could also resonate with you personally in other ways, of course. That's where a lot of people have been living, in red alert, on high alert, right? In a crisis lifestyle, in survival mode, in nervous systems that are always braced even when nothing's happening in the room. And the message was, we're turning that red over and off. Not because there's nothing happening in the world, but because you cannot live your purpose from a permanent state of emergency. Then Spirit dropped this very clearly. Eastern European technology has changed. Problems. And we can agree it isn't 1941. Now, energetically, that's a big statement. Eastern Europe holds a lot of war memory. In 1941, that region went through some of the worst brutality of World War II: invasions, genocide, occupation, resistance. The land remembers that. And sensitivities all over the world feel and felt that ripple, even if they don't know the history. Technology has changed, is Spirit saying. Back then, it may have been tanks, guns, radio, newspaper. Now it's media, social media, algorithms, propaganda, and of course, still guns and others, right? Information warfare as well. Same spirit of control and fear, but upgraded tools. Now, in numerology, 1941. 1 plus 9 plus 4 plus 1 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 6 is the caretaker, family, home responsibility, the one trying to keep everybody safe while the world shakes. So when Spirit says it isn't 1941, they're not gaslighting you. They're acknowledging that the vibe of war, propaganda, and polarization is in the air globally. But you are not here to replay that exact script. You're here to answer the same archetypal energy differently. Then when I looked at some of the words that came through, like Lexus and Red, both of those names reduced to 9 in numerology as well, right? Synchronicities, not coincidence. 9 is completion. 9 is ending. 9 is the humanitarian who has seen enough and refuses to pretend anymore. So we've got 9 and we've got 6 dancing together. 9, the closing of cycles and the soul that says, this stops with me. 6, the heart and home under pressure. And if you're watching this, that's probably you. And you might feel the war in the air, even if there are no bombs over your house. You might feel the propaganda, even if it's quote unquote just coming through screens and headlines. You might feel like your nervous system has been locked on red for years. Spirit is saying you're not crazy for feeling that, but you're also not powerless. You're not here to be a permanent soldier in someone else's war, or a permanent hostage to someone else's narrative. Michael's energy here is not, I'm here to police you. I'm here to cut you loose from the fear grids that were built around you, okay? Matrix. So the questions for you as part of the collective are, where am I on constant red alert? And what would it look like to begin turning that red off? Where am I agreeing to carry the weight of a war in my family, in my community, in my country, that my soul never actually signed up for? You don't need another hour-long speech about how bad the world is. You already know. And this isn't dismissing the horrible things going on. What you're being asked now is, what are you choosing to embody? What are you choosing to amplify? Because the old systems use fear, noise, and division. There's another grid, though, being built quietly while they do this. People who refuse to shut their hearts down. People who are willing to see clearly without collapsing. People who remember that their protection isn't based on obedience to a system, but on alignment with source and with truth. So if this lands for you, I want you to take a breath with me. Hand on your heart and just say, I release the need to live in permanent red alert. I am not here to replay old wars. I choose to stand in truth, in clarity, and in peace, even while the world rearranges itself. You are allowed to step off the battlefield in your body, even if the headlines are loud. That is a message that came through with Michael. What do you think, collective? I love you. Take care of your nervous system. And remember, you weren't sent here to stay small and scared. You were sent here to stay awake and alive. Sending you light, love, and healing, and I hope this helped.